The term supercar, which is used today to describe sports cars with the most impressive performance characteristics, entered our vocabularies in 1950s, when the early pioneers of the segment had become common on the marketplace. Ever since, these vehicles have solidified themselves as the pinnacle of automotive genius and unmatched bespoke luxury. In today's episode, we would like to bring to your attention an entertaining list of supercars that contains a mix of modern models with classic looks, as well as restored legends that any car fan must see. Subscribe to Automotive Territory to get notified about the latest reviews, ring the notification bell, and smash that like button before we even begin. Enjoy the ride! Lamborghini Miura. Designed by Marcello Gandini, the Miura is an iconic sports car that was produced by the brand in the late 1960s and early 70s. The company built only 764 units of the model, 2 of which are currently on display in Lamborghini Museum. The Miura popularized the rear mid-engine 2-seat layout, and it was also the first production supercar to feature such engine placement. It was powered by a 4-liter V12 engine, mated to a 5-speed manual gearbox and rear-wheel drive. Depending on the modification, the mill produced from 350 horsepower in the original Miura P400 to 440 ponies in the one-of-a-kind P400 Jada test mule. The footage that you're seeing is from 2016, when Lamborghini celebrated the 50th anniversary of the model, bringing it to the spotlight once again. The 2 museum cars traveled the Italian Alps route from the 1969 movie Italian Job, demonstrating that even after 50 years, the Miura is still a crown jewel of the Italian automaking. The Tommaso P7E GT. Once a Modena-based manufacturer of sports cars, the Tommaso was acquired by the Chinese Ideal Team Ventures in 2014, the same company that currently owns Apollo Automobili. Today, the brand is being revived with the introduction of the P7E GT retro supercar that commemorates its 60th anniversary. The newcomer is built on the same all-carbon chassis as Apollo Intensa Emozione, but gets a different powertrain instead of the previously rumored 6.3-liter naturally aspirated V12. Since the car's styling pays homage to the 1960s P7E that had a Ford engine tweaked by Carroll Shelby, the company decided to give it a modern Ford mill as well. The 5-liter Coyote V8 is supercharged by Roush and is mated to a 6-speed manual gearbox, netting over 700 horses and 608 pound-feet of torque. The Tommaso plans to produce just 72 units of the P72, pricing them from 750,000 euros. Aries design Projeto Uno. Known for carrying out exclusive modifications of modern cars and SUVs, as well as restoring vintage models, Aries Design is embarking on a new mission with the Projeto Uno supercar. The model is a part of the brand's Legends Reborn series that, as you can guess from its name, reimagines anew the most iconic models of the 20th century. The car, also named Panther, pays tribute to the 1970s De Tomaso Pantera, but uses a modern Lamborghini Huracan as a donor vehicle. It features a custom-built full carbon fiber body, a handcrafted interior, 650 horsepower V10 engine, and a 7-speed DSG with an all-wheel drive system. The resulting speed parameters equal to over 200 mph top speed and 3.1 seconds 0 to 60, easily matching Lamborghini counterparts. Over the next 5 years, from 60 to 70 Panthers will be produced, each of them individualized and personalized according to the customer's imagination. Ultima RS Group C was a category of motorsports in which competitions were taking place between 1982 and 1983. The most prominent of these was the 24-hour Le Mans, where racers managed to break the 250 mph mark at the Mulsanne Straight. The exclusive supercar manufacturer from Britain, Ultima Sports, is drawing inspiration from this period by building super-fast track toys. The Ultima RS is their new flagship that boasts improved aerodynamics, more downforce, and even less weight due to the use of extra carbon fiber parts. The entire automobile is customizable, but the engine's lineup is the major attraction. The buyers can choose between Chevrolet V8 LS and LT engines that make from 480 to staggering 1200 horsepower, placing the RS into the hypercar territory. The racer will take 3.0 to 2.3 seconds to get to 16 mph, and the speedometer is limited by 180 through 250 mph marks. What is your favorite retro-styled or classic supercar from this list? Watch the lineup till the end and only then make your decision. Do not think twice about smashing the like button, and let's get back to it. Hispano-Suiza Carmen and Boulogne. This name of the iconic pre-World War II automotive brand is currently disputed by multiple companies. One of those is led by the direct descendant of the Hispano-Suiza founder Damian Matteo. After being dormant for almost a century, the Spanish-Swiss moniker is making a triumphant comeback by releasing an electric supercar with carbon fiber monocoque and design inspired by the 1938 Dubonnet Xenia. It is powered by 2 electric motors that make 1000 horsepower and will get you to 60 in 2.6 seconds. The original Carmen is limited to just 19 units, but in 2021 it will be followed up by an even more exclusive variant that commemorates the 1920s victories of the Hispano-Suiza H6 Coupe in the French town Boulogne. The newcomer adds carbon fiber elements, sheds 132 pounds of weight, wears black paint with copper accents, and boosts powertrain by extra 100 ponies. TR Speed 12. Inspired by the TVR Speed 12 prototype that was deemed too powerful for public roads by its creators, the supercar reimagines the original model as a street-legal vehicle with even more horsepower under the bonnet. It sits on a modular tubular chassis, has carbon fiber and aluminum honeycomb composite cockpit, and comes powered by a British-designed 6-liter V12 twin-turbo from Aston Martin. The mill gets no restrictions, delivering 1026 horses and 615 pound-feet of torque. Being paired with a rear-wheel drive and a 6-speed manual with double overdrive, it is able to reach its full potential, producing 218 mph speeds and allowing for 0 to 60 acceleration of 2.9 seconds. We should also mention that the new TR Speed 12 is developed by the former TVR engineers, and it is built near the company's original headquarters in Blackpool, England. Pagani Imola. Pagani Huayra is nearing the end of its life cycle, and just like its predecessor Zonda, it will be receiving an ultra-rare road-legal but track-focused version. Interestingly, the hypercar is getting its own name, which is inspired by the town near which the legendary track Autodromo Internazionale Enzo Edino Ferrari is located. The newborn Pagani is adopting the Carbo Titanium and Carbo Tri-X formulas for the ultra-reinforced and extremely light central monocoque. However, it takes the weight saving even further with the introduction of Aquarello Light. This is a new bespoke painting scheme that somehow manages to save extra 10.4 pounds in paint alone. As usual, the 2,747 pounds hypercar is powered by the 6-liter Mercedes-Benz AMG 60-degree V12 with twin turbochargers, and it makes 827 horses and 811 pound-feet of torque. Pagani Automobili have tested this racer for 10,000 miles at the Imola track, and even without the official data, we can easily assume speeds over 200 miles per hour. Kressel FX 910E. Kressel Electric is an Austrian high-tech company that was founded in 2014 by 3 brothers, Johann, Markus, and Philipp Kressel. One of their most valued prototypes is the FX 910E, based on the 1960s Porsche 910. Just like the original, this electric supersports automobile is perfectly tuned for extreme performance. Its motor system is good for 490 horses, while the 2-speed automatic gearbox was specifically developed to ensure faster acceleration and higher top speeds. As a result, the car's 0 to 60 time equals to 2.5 seconds, while the maximum velocity reaches the 186 mph mark. This Kressel carries a 53 kWh battery pack that, according to the manufacturer, ensures 217 miles of range. The battery architecture supports 100 kilowatt charging, plus the car could be seamlessly integrated into your house's power grid to act as an energy source during peak hours. Porsche 935. The race car art. This is how Porsche describes this 2019 supercar. Based on the previous generation 911 GT2 RS, the model gets retro-looking bodywork that is definitely inspired by the Le Mans winning 1978 Porsche. The modern 935 reincarnation has the same elongated shape, massive fairings, closed rim wheels, and wide base color as the original model. Its mirrors mimic the current 911 RSR, and the titanium tailpipes take cues from the 1968 Porsche 908 racing car. The rear-mounted 3.8-liter twin-turbo boxer engine generates 700 horses and is mated to performance-ready 7-speed PDK gearbox with short gear shifts. The latter enables the racer to accelerate from 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds. The ultra-modern technologies, abundance of carbon fiber, and a pinch of history, this is what Porsche 935 is all about. Écurie LM69. Écurie ACAS was a motor racing company from Edinburgh, Scotland, that competed in Formula 1 and 2, as well as 24 Hours of Le Mans, always wearing a distinctive flag blue metallic paint. Despite multiple victories at the above-mentioned races, the team never actually developed their own race car and instead drove Cooper T20s, Brabhams and such. Fast forward to 2020, when the Scots are attempting to revive the team's legacy by building their own model based on the Jaguar XJ13, the one-off mid-engine track monster that never got a chance to compete due to the rule changes in mid-1960s. The Écurie LM69 features only the original tech which was available back in the day and follows the standards of that period, namely the 95 horsepower per liter requirement. It is powered by a quad-cam V12 engine with middle layout and either 5.0 or 7.3 liter displacement. Ferrari 250 GT. Produced between 1952 and 1964, the Ferrari 250 family included both true racers and Grand Tours for road use. This Berlinetta-style short-wheelbase GT was made in 1959 and was originally owned by Formula 1 driver Dorino Serafini. Despite being a street model, the car competed in several low-profile races, but beyond that, it was rarely driven on public roads. In later years, it changed hands several times and even was badly damaged in a crash. In 2014, this 250 GT arrived to Ferrari Classique, who spent 14 months restoring it to perfect condition. The two-door was disassembled, its suspension and engine were rebuilt, while the exterior was repainted in the authentic Pininfarina grey color. The interior was repointed as well, sporting soft brown leather upholstery. Ferrari chose not to introduce any modern upgrades to the engine mechanics, so the car is powered by the genuine 3-liter V12 till this day. (1966) Ford GT40. The North Carolina native author of racing commemorates the legendary Carroll Shelby, Ken Miles, and their 1966 victory at Le Mans by building a high-quality replica of the original Ford GT40. It has taken almost 10 years to be completed. The company recreated the same vinyl ester body and dressed it in the iconic red pigment with the traditional white stripes. Sourced from Roush Performance, the 5.8-liter V8 engine produces 453 horsepower and 426 pound-feet of torque, which are delivered to the rear wheels through a 5-speed ZF manual transmission. The car was finished back in 2016, and a year later, it was auctioned through RK Motors with only 100 miles on the odometer. Are supercars of the past better looking than the modern models? Is it worth to sacrifice the looks for extra weight reduction and improved aerodynamics? Share your thoughts in the comments and mention those legendary supercars that were missed in the video. Subscribe to Automotive Territory, leave a like, and proceed to exploring other videos on our channel. May the torque be with you!